Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the topic that is mucosal drug delivery system under the part of novel drug delivery system. So first of all, that the mucosal drug delivery systems, that is under the part of novel control drug delivery system. So any control drug delivery system, ideally that we have to prepare any control drug delivery system. So our the goal objective, that is which deliver the drug at predetermined rate, that site specific locally or systemically, both we have to apply it for specific period, prolonged period or extended period of time. So that is we can call the ideal control delivery system. For the oral administration of drug, that which most widely that we have to use in the pharma field, that oral administration of drug, oral dosage form. So oral administrations has a disadvantages specific, such like we can say that the first pass hepatic first pass metabolisms are there, enzymatic degradations are there within the GI tract. So that some disadvantages are there that affect the oral viability, so that prohibit the oral route for certain class of specific class of that drug that we have to go for other than the oral administration or oral route. So for that, the oral transmucosal and mucosal based drug delivery system has concerned the potential or the very important role for the selection for other than the oral administration. So we can go for the transmucosal drug delivery that concern with systemic delivery of drug moiety or drug via mucous membrane of that oral cavity. So generally transmucosal route of the drug delivery that offer the distinct advantages over the oral route or oral administration for the systemic drug delivery, which include possibly bypass the first pass effect, the hepatic metabolism, avoid the pre-systematic elimination within the GI tract, and that improve the viability portion. So that's why the mucosal based route or mucosa that we have to apply for the administration of the drug. So in that, the concept that is the adhesions, adhesion terminologies are defined as the bond produced by the contact between the pressure sensitive adhesive, the polymer or materials, and the surface like mucosa, skin, like that. So in that terminologies are there the bioadhesion and the mucoadhesion. So bioadhesion is defined as an ability of the material to adhere to the biological tissue for an extended or prolonged period of time. And in the case of the polymer, that attach to the mucin layer of that mucosal tissue, so that term as a mucoadhesion. So mucoadhesion is commonly defined as adhesion between the two materials, at least one of which that is the mucosal surface we can call. So mucoadhesive or bioadhesive dosage forms may be designed to enable the prolonged retention at the site of application administrations, that providing the control rate of drug release and that improve our therapeutic outcomes. So the oral, we can go for that mucosal part. So in that, the mucosal drug delivery system or any like buccal drug delivery system, sublingual, we can go for it. So their common advantages, we can say that it easy to administer, easy to terminate the therapy, that mostly bypass the first metabolism, so that improve the viability parts, that high buccal mucosa is highly perfused with the blood vessels, so greater permeability parts are there, and that permits the localization of drug to the oral cavity for prolonged period. So for like locally and systematic in both the drug delivery parts, that we have to go for with the mucosal drug delivery system. Some limitation, disadvantages that we have to consider. So irritating parts are this drug which irritate the oral mucosa. Other than that, bitter taste, unpleasant taste, that also affecting for the patient compliance. With drug which are unstable at buccal pH or buccal conditions are the environment, so that not suitable for the with that mucosal or transmucosal roots are there. Then the oral mucosa or the mucosa, the general structures, we can say that it composed of the outermost layer, that is the epithelial layers are there. Then the basement membrane, that is lamina propria, and the innermost layer, that is submucosa are there. So that the turnover time for that buccal epitheliums are around 5 to 6 days are there, and the mucosa of that area that is subjected to mechanical stress, that is our keratinites are there. So the membrane of that internal tract, like in GI tracts are there, the buccal cavity, their mucosa are there, their eye, their nasal mucosa are there, then the vagina, rectal parts are there. So are that covered with the thick gel-like structure that is known as a mucin, that you have to use the term as mucin. So all the biological formulation that interact with that mucin layer during the process of that attachment, so it will act as a link between the adhesive and the membrane. So mucose is the network of that mucin that generally contain the glycoprotein that form a continuous layer that intimately cover with the internal tract of that body. So that is then the structures, the composition of that mucous layer. So the mucoadhesive, the inner layer, that is called the mucosa, the inner epithelial cell, the lining is covered with the viscoelastic fluids are there, that secreted by the goblet cells lining the epithelia or by the special exocrine glands are there. And the composed that mucosal layer is of the water and the mucin. Then the thickness varies from 40 micrometer to 300 micrometers are their range. So the mucus is translucent and viscid secretions which form a thin continuous gel that adherent to the mucosal epithelial surface. The general compositions are there, the 95% water parts are there, glycoproteins and lipids are there, 0.5 to 5% mineral salts, free proteins are there. And the permeability that we have to say that of that mucosa, specifically buccal mucosa, is around 4 to 4,000 times greater than that the permeability of the skin. So I have a greater permeability. Permeability of oral mucosa that decrease in order with the sublingual, that it is greater than the buccal, than the parental parts are there. So the order is based on the relative thickness and the degree of their keratinization of the tissue. So based on their the permeabilities are there. Next, the bioadhesons. So already we have to say that the adhesion between the two biological materials or adhesive between the two artificial substrate and the biological materials are there. So bioadhesons is necessary to maximize the intimacy of contact of the patch with the mucosa, specifically buccal patch, to retain the delivery system in the oral cavity. So the next, the mechanism for the mucoadhesion or bioadhesion that we can call. So mechanism that responsible in the formation of the mucoadhesive bond. So there are three steps or stages are there that we can say that the step 1 in that the wetting and the swelling of that polymer. So that is our contact stage, contact angle, contact stage. The first step are there for the adhesive properties for the adhesion. So in that the wetting and swelling, that step occurs when polymer spread over the surface of that mucosal membrane to develop an intimate contact, and then that swelling of the polymer occur because the component of polymers have affinity for the water. They absorb the water. There hydrophilic polymers are there, swellable polymers, they absorb the water and go for the swellable. So wetting and swelling, the first, the contact angles are there in the step 2. So in this step, the mucoadhesive polymer chain and the mucosal polymer chain intermingle and entanglements to form an adhesive bond. So strength of that bond that depend upon the degree of that penetration of the two polymer groups. And the third step, that in this step that involves the formation of the weak chemical bond between the entanglement polymer chains. So that bonds include primary bonds like covalent bond, and secondary interactions such like weak van der Waals bonds are there. The hydrogen bonding, ionic bonding are there. So this is the mechanisms for the adhesion. Then the permeability route of absorption, the mechanisms for the drug absorption through the mucosa. So two possible routes are there, that is transcellular route and paracellular route. So transcellular, so within the cell, that cross within the cells and that reach to the systemic circulation part. So that mostly prefer the lipid soluble drug, lipophilic nature drugs that go for with the transcellular route. And for paracellular, so maybe hydrophilic drugs are the water soluble, so it between the cell, the gap between the cell, they have to cross it and they reach. So in both transcellular, paracellular for the passive diffusion type of mechanism for the drug absorption. So that two routes are there, transcellular and paracellular, for the drug absorption through the oral mucosa. So ideal characteristic for the drug, for the bioadhesive type of drug adhesive system, mucoadhesive type of drug adhesive system, so molecular size, so less than the 100 ideally suitable. The dose of drug should be small enough to deliver through the buccal mucosa. The route, drugs should characteristic, both the natures are there, hydrophilic and hydrophobic, means hydrophilic and lipophilic, both the natures are there. Drugs should be stable in their buccal pH, so around 6.4 to around 7.2. Should be free from, must be for bitter taste and odor, for the patient compliance are there, and drug which are absorbed only by the passive diffusion. So that these are the some ideal characteristic or requirements for the selection of drug for the bioadhesive or mucoadhesive drug delivery system. Then the basic component for the mucoadhesive, bioadhesive drug delivery system. So the polymer, adhesive polymer like bio or mucoadhesive polymers. Then the permeation enhancers are there, plasticizers are there, sometimes enzyme inhibitors are there, stabilizers, diluents are there. So mostly the important component other than drug, that is the adhesive polymers, muco or bioadhesive polymers are there. So we can say that these are the main component of for the adhesion. So they attract water from the biological surrounding and get swell. That we have to see the mechanism in adhesion. The first, that is the contact angle, and they go for wetting and swelling. So they attract with the water from the biological surrounding and get swell and adhere to that specific mucosal membrane. So normally they should be having a hydrophilicity, numerous hydrogen bonds are there, flexibility, interpenetrations with the mucus and the tissues are there. So here the ideal characteristics for the polymer, adhesive polymers, so it should be non-toxic, non-irritant, non-observable from the GI tract. Then it should preferably from strong non-covalent bond with the mucin epithelial cell surface, good spreadability, wettability, swelling, solubility, and biodegradable if possible. So these are the criteria required. Adhesion should be quick and with sufficient mechanical strength. So this is the ideal properties that we would require, that quick to moisture tissue and should possess some site specificity, quickly adhere, should allow easy incorporation of drug. The polymer must not decompose storage during shelf life and that type of things. Interactions are there. Should have sufficient tensile shear strength. Should easily incorporate drug in formulations. And sufficient drug loading capacities. Cost based, so cost effective set also required for every novel delivery system, because there is a most important parameters, that cost part that affect with the conventional with the novel. Then the examples for that, so natural, semi-synthetic, synthetic, the mucoadhesive based on their adhesive strength, adhesive properties. So most widely used chitosan, then gelatin, carbopol. So like that, the examples that you have to use for the adhesive polymers. Other than that, the permeation enhancers are there that we have to use for improve the permeability for the bioadhesive buccal types of substance that facilitate the permeation through the buccal mucosa, so that epithelium and lamina propria are very effective barrier to the absorption. So they should be used with a very rare care in case in optimum concentrations. So above concentration, that permeation enhancer may be toxicity, they damage the membrane and may occur. Some histopathological study should be done for that part for the use of permeation enhancer. So there in that also the surfactant that we have to use SLS. Other than chelators, that we have to use citric acid. Fatty acid we used to use oleic acid, that is also the best permeation enhancer, like capric acids, some oil base like that, surfactant, non-ionic surfactants that also used. So there are some examples for permeation enhancers are there. Then the next, the theory of adhesion. So in that, for the theory of mucoadhesion, bioadhesion or adhesions, so these are some theories are there. So like electronic theory, so in that the attractive electrostatic force that between glycoprotein, mucin network and the bioadhesive materials are there. So that is for the adhesion based, the electronic theory are there, wetting theories are there. So in that, the ability of that bioadhesive polymers that you have to use the example, so that spread and develop intimate contact with the mucosal membrane. So these are possibilities are there for the adhesion. So these are the theories for the adhesion of that dosage form drug system to the mucin mucosal membranes. Other than the wetting, electronic, the adsorption theories are there. So in the adsorption, the surface force like the covalent bond, ionic bond, hydrogen bond, van der Waals forces are there, resulting in chemical bonding, and that they are added to the surface by the adsorption base. Then diffusion based theory. So physically, that engulfment of mucins, strand and flexible polymer chain. So the permeability is good in mucin due to the chain flexibilities are there. Fracture theory. So in that, the analyzes the maximum tensile, we can say that the maximum tensile stress that developed during the detachment of that the bioadhesive system from mucosal surface. So irregular surface of the polymer and mucin that gives the good physical entanglements are there. So fracture based theory for the adhesions. So these are some theories for explaining the adhesive mechanism of adhesion properties. So these are the steps for the bioadhesive drug system for the mucosal drug system. So the first, the liquid polymer solutions that containing the drug that is contact with the mucosal surface, that polymer that adhere and form a gel at the mucosal surface. Then the drug is slowly released or diffused as a polymer erode, polymer degradations, and finally the conditioned drug has been delivered and polymer has degraded, eroded, and then go away. So these are the basic steps, mechanisms for the bioadhesive drug system or mucosal drug system. The next, the factors that affecting the bioadhesion, mucoadhesion. So in that, the three categories are there: polymer related factor, then environmental related, and the physiological based factors are there. So in that, polymer related factors, so the molecular weight, flexibility, the hydrogen binding capacity, cross linking, densities. So molecular weight, So bioadhesive strength of the polymer that increase with the molecular weight above 1 lakh. So they're giving the more the molecular weight, their strength increasing, flexibility is considerable for the polymer. So substantially the degree of their flexibility in order to achieve the desired entanglement with the mucus. Cross-linking density, so increase the density of that cross-linking polymers. So diffusion of water into that polymer network occurs at a lower rate, so which cause an insufficient swelling of that polymer, and that decrease the rate of interpenetration between the polymer and the mucin. So that high cross-linking also that reduce the penetrations, diffusion parts also. The charges, so some generalization about the charge of that bioadhesive polymer has been made previously, where non-ionic polymers appear to undergo smaller degree of adhesion compared to anionic polymers. The concentrations of that polymer that also affecting, then hydration, swelling, that we can see in that part, the environment. So the polymer swelling that permit a mechanical entanglement by exposing the bioadhesive sites for the hydrogen bonding or electrostatic interactions between the polymer and the mucosal network. Then the contact time, initial contact time, that also affecting the applied strength, forces, pH of that polymer that match with that, the environmental saliva, their physiological parts, disease condition, pathophysiological, mucin turnover, pH of that buccal or the mucosal parts. So that also affecting the adhesive properties for the drug system or the dosage form. So next, the different types, routes that we can say that the bioadhesive, mucoadhesive drug system that we have to prepare. So buccal, so these are the types or example for the bioadhesive, mucoadhesive. Buccal drug systems are there, sublingual, nasal, ocular, vaginal, rectal. Most widely used for that transmucosal, that is buccal and sublingual drug system that we have to use. So here we have to see the one, only the buccal drug system. For that, the formulations for the buccal drug system, so we have to go for solid dosage forms like buccal tablet, buccal patch, buccal film, then buccal wafers, lozenges, chewable tablets, the powders are there. Then the semi-solid dosage forms, so we have to go for the gel in that buccal part, ointment. Then the liquid base, the sprays are there, buccal sprays are there. These are some examples, the formulations based on the buccal drug system. Here we have to see that buccal tablets are there, so most widely used, most commonly, that is investigated dosage form for the buccal drug. And that tablets are, as compared to conventional, very small, flat, oval shape with a diameter approximately 5 to 8 mm. Tablet can be applied to the different site in the oral cavity. So sometimes lack of physical flexibility, poor patient compliance are there for the long time that you have to put into that part. Buccal patches are another options are there, buccal patch. So laminate consisting of an impermeable backing layers are there, drug containing reservoir layers. In that we have to prepare the matrix type of formulations or the reservoir type of the formulations are there, similar like other film or patch like transdermal. So in that, bioadhesive surface for the mucosal attachments are there. Specifically, we have to add in that central formulation for buccals or bio or mucoadhesive polymer as compared to other novel drug system. Similar to those used in the transdermal drug system, the basic approach, the backing layer control the direction of drug release, prevent the drug loss, minimize the deformation and sometimes disintegration parts also. So that is the buccal tablet and buccal patch. So here we have to see that example for both. For buccal tablets that you have to put after 1 hour, 5 or 10 hours, that is a photograph for that. The absorptions or the adhesions for the buccal tablet. Similar like novel design buccal film, buccal tablets are there. So mucoadhesive layers are there, backing layers are there, and that you have to put into the buccal part in the mouth, so that adhers stick into that part. added to the oral mucosa within the seconds, completely dissolves, and they deliver the rat in a controlled manner. Similar like buccal films are there. It's similar like buccal paste. So most recently developed dosage form for buccal administrations, say, prefer over adhesive tablets or buccal tablets. So in terms of flexibility and comfortness for the patients, flexible, elastic, soft, effective in oral type of the disease locally also. Buccal gel in semi-solid parts, ointment and gels, that is most widely used as a conventional part. So have advantage of easy dispersion throughout the oral mucosa, easy spread out, may not be as accurate as form of like tablet, patch or film. That is unit dosage forms as compared to the semi-solids. The solid are there. So poor retention of the gel at the site of application has been overcome by using the bioadhesive based gel preparations are there, so that stick longer time, adhesion longer time as compared to conventional. Then the evolution parts are there for the any bioadhesive, mucoadhesive or buccal. So generally buccal, if tablet or film patches are there, so thickness, hardness are there, tablets are there, so disintegration, weight variation, weight contents are there. Other than the mucoadhesive strength, so it is important specific for the mucoadhesive drugstore system. So in that we have to go for the measuring the force that require to break the binding between the model of our membrane and the mucoadhesive. So depending on the directions in which the mucoadhesive is separated from the substrate, so it is possible to obtain detachable strength that you have to find out, shear strength, and for the ruptures based on the tensile strength. So these are the mucoadhesive strength that you have to find out with the applying the force. So instrument that used for the bioadhesion test using the texture analyzers. So that force required to remove the formulations model from model membrane is measured, which can be a disc composed of a mucin or a piece of animal mucus. This method is more frequently used to analyze the solid systems, like you can go for microsphere. So it evaluates the textures, the formulation, and assess the other mechanical property of the system. Similar like microforce balance are there. Shear test that you have to go for it. So in shear test that we have to measure the force that required to separate the two polymer coated glass slides joined by the thin film of that natural or synthetic mucus. So that is go for the shear test there. Then other than swelling index are there, swellable properties are there, stability, surface pH, then the in vitro, the drug release studies. So modified USP resolution apparatus that you have to use, and you have to find out the buccal tablet, if buccal film patch are there, so you have to go for the diffusion studies, diffusion cell that we have to use for that. Then in vivo mucoadhesion or residence time, so that experiments would be conducted in the volunteers like previously animals and the humans. So bioadhesive tablet that we have to was placed on the buccal mucosa between the cheek and the gingiva in the region of upper canine and gently press onto the mucosa for about 30 seconds for the adhesion manually, mechanically. Then volunteers were asked to note any tendency for the detachments, like they note down. So time necessary for complete the erosion of that tablet was simultaneously monitored by carefully observing for the residual polymers time on that mucosa. So that is the in vivo residence time. Similar like in vivo mucoadhesive performance also we have to see. So these are the evolution test parameter for the bioadhesive mucoadhesive drug delivery system. So here for the evolution part, that comparisons they are given for the bioadhesive mucoadhesive tablets, buccal tablets are there, buccal film patches are there, semi-solid oil gel ointments are there, or sprays are there for the liquid type. So weight variation that go for only tablet and patches, assay contain uniformity, purity. So in all the cases that you have to go for the thickness also for the tablet and patches are there, friability only for the tablet, disintegration I think maybe only for the tablets, sometimes patches. So we have to go for folding endurance for the patch, tensile strength also for the film or patch, residence times generally for the patch, and the gel most widely required, then the tablet, viscosity only for the semi-solid like gel, ointment, droplet size that we require for the spray, buccal spray like that only, dissolution study or the drug release study, so in all the case like tablet, patch, semi-solid, mucoadhesion strength also for required for all the case, tablet, patches, semi-solid preparations are there, permeability test for all the case, so drug permeable through the mucosa, oral mucosa, so transcellular, paracellular, like which mechanism of passive diffusion, the permeabilities are there for buccal route, sublingual route, like that. So thank you. So we have to see the mucosal drug system, their basic introductions, their advantages, disadvantages, ideal characteristic for the drug for the bio or mucoadhesion, what is bioadhesion, mucoadhesion, mechanism of bioadhesion, theory of mucoadhesion or adhesion are there. Then the general formulation component, in that the mucoadhesive, bioadhesive polymer, their ideal characteristics, their examples, then the different route where we have to go for bioadhesion or mucoadhesive drug release system, then the ideal that we have to see the characterization or evolution part for that, the bio mucoadhesive drug release systems are there. Thank you.